Welcome back to the Stretford Inn, everyone. Session Johnson here, and as always, it is Sunday, your weekend news I want to bring to you, and a very positive show we have for you today. And a lot of things have happened yesterday, but I want to always give you the transfer news. Of course, yes, it does involve Frankie de Jong yet again, and of course, Richard Arnold has been spotted and videoed speaking to fans at a local pub near his home. And I have all of those details for you right here on the Stretford Inn. Before we get into the show, subscribe to the channel, please. And links to our various socials are in the description. So, Frankie de Jong, as always, we know he is the main man in midfield, our number one target, our number one priority for Erik ten Hag. And we know that he is a player that does want to come to Manchester United. A couple of weeks back, we did have our first bid rejected by Barcelona. Now, after hearing that they have made money in order to survive for a bit, we have improved our offer. And I bring the report to you from Gerard Romero. And he says Manchester United have raised their offer to Barcelona for Frankie de Jong to 70 million euros upfront with 10 million in add-ons. It's good. It sounds like a positive going forward, but we have to see if Barcelona is willing to accept that. Perhaps they will, perhaps they won't. We will have to wait and see on that. Although Richard Arnold has also spoken about Frankie de Jong and the deal itself. Our CEO has come out and communicated with us, telling us exactly what we need to hear. Now, you need to ask yourself the question, was it a smart idea? In my opinion, yes. Whatever backlash he gets from the owners and the board for doing that, I couldn't care less. That is what we want as Manchester United supporters. We want to hear what the club is doing. We want open communication. And the things that he has said is absolutely brilliant. And you have to applaud him for that and give credit to him. But let me stick to the transfer news. I have to be honest, the Richard Arnold video that is trending with everything that he has said basically excited me because, as you see in the thumbnail, change is coming. I've said it long before this video that the new era of Manchester United has begun and we are on the forward trajectory to success yet again with this club. Just something on Erik ten Hag as well. For the pre-season, it is thought the most detailed training ground work Erik ten Hag is planning will be done on the second leg of the tour in Australia when the manager has the full squad to work with. Now, that in itself is a smart plan, to work with a full squad on what you need to do in terms of your style of play, what instructions need to be given to individual players, and exactly improving the team's tactical structure. Done with a full squad is the way it should be. You don't want to have bit part players not there, and fantastically well by then we should have our signings in, and it shouldn't be any delay. As I've said, we cannot delay any longer. We need to get these signings in so that Ten Hag has a full squad to work with, as you see, so that when the season starts, when our first Premier League game starts against Brighton at home, we hit the ground running. Yes, we're not going to be competing for the title, but we want to have a strong season in the Premier League next season. More transfer news. Manchester United are expected to move for Feyenoord left-back Terrell Malacia once they are sure that Frankie de Jong will join Manchester United. So, as I've said in the previous video, de Jong is the main target and priority. Once he is signed, we move on to other targets which will be easier to get. Now, of course, Olympique Lyonnais are also in talks to sign Terrell Malacia, but should de Jong get done and sorted over the line, we will then move on to other targets, the likes of Jurrien Timber, Pau Torres, Sangare, Malacia, as I've just mentioned. Lots of players that we can actually go for once the biggest deal of the summer, in my opinion, Frankie de Jong, is sorted. Furthermore, Erik ten Hag is ready to plan for Garnacho to play a much bigger role next season. He is said to have been quite impressed with the player's ability and his level of performances and wants to ensure that he grows into the first team much quicker than previously planned. So good for Garnacho, and good to hear that a player of his quality is going to be given a much bigger role, meaning he will definitely be developed into a regular first team player over this season and the next after that. So let's move now into the Richard Arnold news. So as I said, he was reportedly seen on a video in a local pub near his home where he spoke to Manchester United supporters, and they aired their views on the club's mistakes, on the club's failings, on how badly the club has been run, on the poor season we've had, and now recently the slow transfer window. But Richard Arnold had much to say and gave honest, blatant, blunt answers to the Manchester United supporters. And to the fans, this is what he said. We're doing everything we can to get Frankie de Jong. And I'm telling you, the money is there for him. So hearing that in itself means that we will be getting Frankie de Jong. I am more confident now than Frankie de Jong will become a Manchester United player. We have the money for him. We just, in my opinion, the delay is not by our side. It is Barcelona who are delaying the deal. So we know they want to sell Frankie de Jong. We know Frankie de Jong wants to come to Manchester United. We know Erik ten Hag wants him. And now our CEO confirms that they are doing everything to get Frankie de Jong to Manchester United. He also has said to have told the group of Manchester United supporters at the pub that two sources of those who have leaked information and things from the dressing room to the media have left the club. But as we know, many players left the club, many staff members left the club as well. And that in itself can easily be an indication that one of them, not just two, but a few of them were the ones leaking bad, toxic things to the media, thus making our club look like it is poorly run. And yes, it is poorly run, but glad that those people are gone and that we now won't be having any leaks that should not be coming out to the media. Furthermore, Richard Arnold was asked more about Frankie de Jong, and he said, money is not a consideration with who we want. So there he said it himself. There is money to be spent, and money will be spent this summer. Money will be spent on the players that Ten Hag wants into the club. Frankie de Jong, number one target. Anthony, Timber, Torres, you name it. There is money to be spent, and Richard Arnold, our CEO, has come out and has said that money is not a consideration with whoever we want. So there is money. We are not a club that is looking around for money and we don't have enough money. The budget is there for Ten Hag to spend. And the club is doing everything in their power to get his targets into the club as soon and as quickly as possible. Furthermore, he was asked more on the Frankie de Jong deal, and this is what he had to say about John Murtagh, who is head of the transfer negotiations as we speak. He said that John Murtagh is working from 6 in the morning until 10 in the evening to get Frankie de Jong to Manchester United. Guys, our CEO has come out and has said things such as £1 billion has been spent. But when he looks at the training ground, at the club itself, where has that money gone to? It hasn't been spent wisely. Our CEO is very aware of this factor. So that in itself gives us a huge indication that he has the club's best interest at heart. He has also come out and has said that change is coming. I quote that. That is what he said. Change is coming. So he knows that the time we've had previously was a failure. He previously said that he doesn't want to be Ed Woodward. He doesn't want to make the same mistakes. And he's been at the club for a long time before he became CEO. So he has seen the mistakes that have been made. And if he doesn't want to be put into that same category, then definitely, yes, change is coming. Exciting times ahead for us as Manchester United supporters, and that in itself should make your weekend. And know that we will be getting Frankie de Jong to Manchester United. We will be getting a new 21 at Manchester United. I'm sure he will take that jersey. And let me be one of the first to say it. Perhaps with Frankie de Jong coming in to wear number 21, 21 is coming. For those who know, definitely know what that means. Thank you guys for joining me, as always, on the Straight Within. Subscribe to the channel, please. Our goal is 1,000 subscribers before the end of the year, and links to our various socials in the description. Have a wonderful weekend further, Red Devils. Bye-bye.